It's well known that teens go through a ton of social, emotional, and behavioral issues during their teenage years. It can all get so overwhelming that it can really mess up a teen's life. If it isn't handled properly, these problems can stick around into adulthood. That's why it's so important to get help early on. Early intervention is the key to helping teens get through these issues and to have more successful and happier lives. In this video, we'll look at why early intervention is important for handling teenage troubles and look at the different strategies that can help teens get back on track and live healthier lives. Social, emotional, and behavioral difficulties, SEBD, are common among teenagers. These difficulties can range from mild to severe, and they can have a significant impact on a teenager's life. There are many different factors that can contribute to SEBD, including genetics. Some SEBD may be due to genetic factors. Brain development. The teenage brain is still developing, and this can sometimes lead to impulsive or risky behavior. Environmental factors. Stressful life events, such as bullying, abuse, or neglect, can increase the risk of SEBD. Mental health problems. SEBD can also be a symptom of a mental health problem, such as anxiety, depression, or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD. Lots of teens struggle with social, emotional, and behavioral issues for different reasons like hormones, peers, school stress, and family stuff. This can show up as aggression, disobedience, worry, depression, substance abuse, and even self-harm. It's important to realize that these things can be linked and might affect how a teen is doing, their relationships, and how they do at school. It's key to identify and deal with the issues early to stop them from becoming long-term and affecting a teen's future. Parents, caregivers, and teachers should look out for signs of difficulty and get professional help if it's needed. As teens become adults, they might have to deal with some tough stuff like being aggressive, defiant, anxious, depressed, using drugs, or harming themselves. A lot of the time it can be because of stuff like peer pressure, feeling alone, having family problems, or stressing over school. As they figure out who they are, some teens may have trouble staying in control, regulating their emotions, or making decisions, which can lead to even bigger problems. If you catch these issues early and get help, it can keep them from getting worse, like doing bad in school, not wanting to be around people, and having serious mental health concerns. If behavioral problems with teens aren't taken care of, it can get out of hand and have serious repercussions. Teens with behavioral issues can struggle academically, socially, and personally. They can become isolated, hostile, and disobedient. If the issues aren't addressed, teens are more likely to develop mental health problems and substance abuse. This can create a dangerous spiral of addiction and reckless behavior. If the problems don't stop, it can take longer for teens to recover and mend in the long run. That's why it's important to offer help and support as soon as possible to teens with emotional, social, and behavioral issues.
It's really important to take action as soon as any signs of a problem start to show in teens. Parents and caregivers should talk openly with teens and get the help of a mental health expert if needed. Therapy and counseling can be a safe place for teens to talk about their feelings and learn how to cope better. Schools can help out by providing resources and being a supportive environment. To stop problems from happening in the first place, parents and caregivers should set clear boundaries, lead by example, and reward good behavior. If we all work together, we can make sure teens have all the support and resources they need to do well. Here are some techniques and tips that teachers, parents, and caregivers can use to help teenagers with behavioral issues. 1. Stay calm. Responding with anger or frustration can escalate the situation and make things worse. 2. Set clear boundaries and consequences. Establishing rules and consequences in advance can help prevent behavior problems before they occur. 3. Encourage positive behavior. Reinforce positive behavior with praise and recognition. 4. Offer support and guidance. Listen to teens' concerns and offer support and guidance when needed. 5. Model positive behavior. Set a good example by demonstrating positive behavior in your own actions. 6. Seek professional help if needed. If behavioral issues persist despite efforts to address them, seek help from a mental health professional or school counselor. 7. Stay involved. Stay engaged in teens' lives and activities to be aware of any potential issues and to provide ongoing support and guidance. 8. Open communication. Create a safe and non-judgmental environment where teenagers can express their feelings and concerns. Encourage open communication, actively listen to them, and validate their emotions. 9. Empathy and understanding. Show empathy towards their struggles and try to understand the root causes of their difficulties. Remember that adolescence is a critical time for emotional and social development, and teenagers may be experiencing various pressures. 10. Peer support. Foster healthy peer relationships. Encourage teenagers to spend time with positive influences and friends who support and uplift them.
Identifying and dealing with social, emotional, and behavioral difficulties at an early stage is very important. This is why teachers and parents need to monitor changes in the behavioral patterns of teenagers before it is too late.